And we are live. Welcome to the Redbird Redzone. My name is Will. You can find me on Twitter at LiveOnThatSwing. Joining me today, I've got two wonderful co-hosts. Why don't y'all introduce yourself?
Yo, what up? I'm Mac. You can find my tweets at AZ Sports Fiend. That's FIEN.
I'm Jackie. You can find me on Twitter at JSanDiego. That is 2 O's. And we are here to discuss the what do we even call this game? What do we want to call this game?
Slog.
The shit show?
I mean, it's not even a shit show, because shit show implies that a lot happened. It's more of just a slog than anything.
It's one of those games where the coach, you go to the film session and he just burns the fucking tape in front of everyone and start over. I mean, all that matters now is the must-win game coming up. And, I mean, nothing that happened Sunday, which was brutal. It was awful. It was disgusting. Losing to C.J. Bedford and letting Jeff Wilson run for almost 200 yards on you.
His second win as a starter, by the way.
What was the other one? That other one was, 2017, I believe, or 18?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
He hasn't played a game in 2 years. Shit, I would have preferred Rosen.
Oh,
not even gonna lie. Oof.
Yeah, that was bad all the way around.
And trust me, we're not going to linger too long on this game. There's not really much to say other than we got beat. We looked bad as a unit. Like, all the chemistry we had the last couple weeks just felt like it went away. Like, everybody was dropping balls. Everybody was.
That felt like a preseason game.
A backup running back ran for over 150 yards on us. We just got demolished. The stat sheet will never say it because, at the end of the day, it still was a close game. Even at the last minute, we were still fighting to win. But, I mean, fuck. We all came into this game thinking it'd be a bloodbath, that this would be our ticket in, and it's just like,
nope.
So not that.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't really matter what quarterback is out there when the other team rushes for 227 yards on your defense. That was the most disappointing thing right there, is the lack of fight that we saw up front. So that needs to change with the depleted Rams coming up. We have another chance for a bounce back game, and we'll see what happens.
We're still alive.
I'm really hoping we can capitalize on that. So real quickly, here's what we need to happen in order to get in. So we need to beat the Rams on Sunday, and that's it. We're in. If we beat the Rams, we're in. Now,
go home.
If the Bears win on Sunday, then the Bears get in alongside the Rams. So. Alongside us.
Come on.
So I think
there's no way we can make it if we lose. We have to win.
This is a must-win game. We control our destiny.
I for one hope that the scoreboards are turned off at the stadium, because I don't want us to be scoreboard watching the whole game, seeing who our other wild card's going to be. A couple of years ago, I remember this, 2015, when we went 14-2. The Cardinals had their scoreboards on in the final week because they were looking to see if the Panthers had lost their game.
Mm-hmm.
And they got demolished in their last game, and the Panthers were smart enough to turn their scoreboards off, and so that they didn't have to think about it. And we lost that game, and they so I think about
didn't
that
we get our
asses
kicked by Seattle that game?
Yeah, I think it was like 36-6 or some shit.
Something brutal.
Where we benched most of our guys after half, I believe, right?
They've always had our number.
But we were playing for a higher seed at that point.
Yeah. Well, we haven't beaten Sean McVay yet, so I mean, there's always a first for everything. So why not this weekend?
But let's be frank here. If there ever was a week to do it, this would be the best one. Their best quarterback is out. Their best running back is out. Their best wide receiver is out.
It's out.
I mean, their backup quarterback, as it stands, for this game is Blake Bortles.
If we lose this game, I might just disappear off the grid. Never hear from me again.
I mean, same, to be honest. I mean, I felt embarrassed to be a Cardinals fan after that last game. I felt like I was like wondering where I went wrong in life. It was that bad.
How was the drive, Jackie? You were driving when the game was going on, right? How'd that go? You didn't drive off the road, so that's good.
No, I did hit a speed bump on the highway. It was kind of weird, though. I'm kidding. But
that wasn't a speed bump.
It was very frustrating, especially having to listen to it too. And then the few times that I was able to glance down at the phone, it was just disappointment after disappointment. But it was nice though, because how frustrated and angry I was kept me awake for that drive. And then like hours after we lost, I'm like, how the fuck did we lose? How did we lose to fucking CJ Beathard?
Man, it was such a frustrating game.
But wasn't that the anniversary of his brother's death?
Yeah, they kept going on and on about that.
So I guess he was on a mission to kick our ass. So hats off to him. Respect.
Yeah, respect to him. But wish it could have been against, another team.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Shit. But yeah, so how much are you guys annoyed at that one Rams coach, Niners coach? They were hyping up all game like he's the future of the NFL or whatever. Were you guys annoyed by that, or is that just
the guy that looks like a penis with legs?
That could be him.
Isn't it their defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so yep, that's who they were hyping up. Yeah, they were jocking him. They were jocking him good enough for him to be a candidate. He better be a candidate this year. If they hype that much.
Next top head coach candidate for the fucking Jaguars or some shit.
God, that would be
next Jaguars coach to be fired after Marone.
Yeah, he's gonna be like another Matt Patricia, this big defensive guru.
Yeah, to be fair, I get pretty drunk during games, so I don't really remember the commentary. I'm just kind of like more bullshitting around with. Yeah, I saw that they were hyping him up though too, but yeah, I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just really fucking frustrated today.
Especially because we had a lot of gimmies that we didn't capitalize on.
Yeah,
like
I mean
the fact that Robbie Gould fucking missed 3 kicks.
Yeah, that dude is like beyond clutch on every single game, and he wasn't this week. And we didn't capitalize on it.
Left the door open.
Me insane.
Yeah, I mean, how many times are we gonna friggin' bite on the bootleg, the QB waggle? Like, I feel like George Kittle beat us a few times, wide open in space because they did the little QB boot. And there's George Kittle. What do you get? First game back, 4 catches, 95 yards. Like, how are you gonna leave that guy wide open? Come on, like, it was disappointing.
We look the way we used to look with tight ends. It's just insane.
Yeah, and then their fullback catches. Their fullback he catch 2 passes, 5 yards, 2 TDs. It's because all they did was a little boot, and then it fooled the whole defense going left, and then there was a misdirection. Boom, wide open to the right. So, I mean, there has to be. I know Vance Joseph has done a lot better job this year in that defense, obviously. But there comes a point in time.
What the fuck they're doing?
There comes a point in time you can't let Jeff Wilson and CJ Beathard just basically have a field day on your defense, and that's what happened.
Yeah, we just got beat on the ground bad.
Fuck. I hate even talking about this game. I hate thinking about it. I hate talking about it. Thinking of just the act of processing this game makes me feel dirty. It's like going on a Tinder date with somebody really ugly, and then waking up the next morning and it's like, she's beside me. Why'd I do that?
And after you ghost like a hot girl too.
Well, at least you scored instead of the Cardinals. You know, they woke up the next day fucking sore and lost to the 49ers, who were eliminated the week before by 8. But I think the only good note I can really come up with is that Hassan Reddick had a sack and a half, and he's now tied for 3rd in the NFL with 12 and a half sacks. Only Aaron Donald and TJ Watt have more.
So here's the question. Here's the question. This has to be asked now that he's playing this way. Do we pay him?
You have to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you waited 5 years on the guy, 4 years, and
I know this is probably the wrong thing to take. I think seeing our cap situation and knowing what our cap situation is, I think the only thing we can really do is because our cap situation.
You broke up.
Our cap situation this year is just abysmal. We've got like 21 million, and if we're paying Larry that requisite 11 million we pay him every year, then we're not going to have any fucking money. So I think the only thing
there's been some maneuvering, yeah.
I mean, the only thing you can really do with Hassan Reddick, in my opinion, is franchise him. And I know it's kind of a dick move to say this after all this time, but I think that these last few weeks have been an anomaly. I think that they have been the exception to the rule. I would be happy to be proven wrong, but that's just me.
So you're saying he's not as good of a guy as a sack? What was it?
I think that if we pay him a lot of money, we are going to regret it.
Yeah, I can totally see that being the case.
Being a thing.
The guy who breaks out his contract year, I mean, that's a real thing for a reason. So that is definitely something to worry about. So maybe the franchise tag isn't the worst thing. It's going to be expensive. I think it's like 15 million or something for
y'all remember
an edge.
Hey, y'all remember Brian Cushing?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting. That's the vibes I feel.
Yeah.
Just one monster year and then nothing. You never hear his name again.
I would like to see him lined up. I mean, opposite like Chandler Jones out there. I know Chandler wasn't his old self before he got hurt, but to see Hassan Reddick kind of coming in his own, and then you have a premier pass rusher in Chandler Jones on the opposite end. That is a combo we've been waiting for a long time. It seems like two guys from each edge.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah. Whew.
Unless we can find a nice vet for cheap that could complement Jones.
Yeah. Steve Keim's definitely going to have to manipulate the cap somehow. Like we don't have a ton of cap space, but there are other ways, reconstruction of contracts. So we'll see what happens. But right now, I mean, I'm sure everyone's focused on this week as it should be. And thankfully, Kyler came out and said he will be playing, and he participated in full in today's practice. So that's a huge get for us.
That is very huge. I'm really happy to hear it, but I am kind of worried because fucking Cliff was playing it real coy coming in like a day or two before. So I'm hoping he doesn't exacerbate that injury. But if he can come out and play 100%, that would be a godsend.
Did either of you guys see the video? Because it said his leg, but I mean he took a shot, to the chest
head.
the head. So I'm kind of curious what happened with the leg. Has anyone seen the video on that?
I did.
Wasn't able to.
I think he's talking about the
weird
end.
or
he landed twisted or something.
It just looked like he got hit hard, and I thought maybe it was like concussion or some shit.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm really hoping we don't. I'm really hoping he isn't exacerbating this injury just so we can win this game. I mean, in the NFL, you've got to focus on your health, especially if you're playing at quarterback at such a high level. Because I mean, once you're done, you're done.
Yeah, he's never been in the playoffs, so I can see where he, he's hungry. So I mean, you always want to see that fight. Nobody's 100% right now, so it's good to see that it's nothing that is, going to take him a lot of the offseason to recover from, as long as he doesn't hurt it anymore. Because that was the worry at first, that something happened, because he took a shot on that last that last pass.
He was down for a while.
Yeah, and I mean,
it took the whole commercial break for him to get up. So.
Yeah, we all were holding our breath. Everyone in Arizona is holding their breath. But the one person who I think needs to step their shit up, and we talk about it every week, is Kenyan Drake. Here he is again, 45 yards on 18 carries. That's 2.5 yards a carry. And now he still only has 2 games over 4.3 yards a carry this year. Actually, sorry, three in 15 games, 14 games. So that is not a good recipe for success when you have to rely on Kyler's legs. Without Kyler's legs, we have no running game.
And who knows how effective his legs can be this week.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
listen, here's this stat, Will. So out of the top 23 running backs in total yards this year, right?
Yeah,
only one
per game.
Only one has a worse yards per carry than Kenyan Drake's 4.0.
Drum roll, please.
So that's right. And I mean, people are like, well, Kenyan Drake's 10th in yards. Well, yeah, he's also 5th in total attempts. Don't let the volume take away from the production or lack thereof when he's over here at 4.0 yards a carry this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's hope, fucking Kime and Kingsbury don't get like so over analytical that they just say, oh yeah, we're going to keep him because he's, if he's third in the league in rushing yards or whatever. Yeah, if he's third in the league in rushing yards or whatever, then surely he has to be a good running back. No.
I mean, he's averaging what? 65 yards a game now he's averaging. So he's at 919 yards. You add 65 to that. That puts him on 984 yards on the season for a bell cow back. That's not good, people. When you have close to 250 carries, that is not ideal. And I mean, I hope we solve our problem in the draft, but we'll get to that, whenever we get to the offseason podcast, we'll hit up on all that stuff. But he is, in my opinion, the key because without Kyler possibly not being able to run as much and effective, we got to get it. We got to get our yards somewhere, and it's got to be on the ground, especially against that pass rush of Aaron Donald.
All right, so let's take a little detour real quick. Talking about the offseason made me think of something. All right, give me 2 names y'all want to see as target in free agency. 1 or 2.
I don't know shit about college football. Oh wait, no, free agency. Sorry.
So I'm gonna go wide receiver 2.
It's okay.
I'm gonna go wide receiver 2, and I'm gonna say Marvin Jones will be one because I don't think he's gonna be that expensive. He's got, I think, 1,000 yards this year and close to 10 TDs, I believe. Yeah, I just think he's gonna be so expensive. Yeah, the price he's gonna get and where we are cap wise, I don't think he's worth it.
The wide receiver market this year is insane. I mean,
it's crazy.
It's not bad, but Galladay is that young guy. Marvin Jones, I mean, he's the perfect number 2, I think. And then we can still draft somebody, but that's one guy. That's one guy who I would have my eyes on.
Jackie, you got anybody?
No.
We didn't really look up free agents, so this is kind of a hard on the spot one.
That's and I'm sitting here trying to look people up.
Yeah.
I've got while you look that up real quick, I've got 2 that are in mind for me personally. We need a running back desperately. So the way I see it, the running back market this year is overly crowded, and only a few teams really are in desperate need of a running back. So I think we should have a fairly easy shot at getting one. So I think I've beaten this drum before. Y'all remember the trade deadline episode? I was saying Philip Lindsay. I'm going to say it again. Philip Lindsay is not going to be re-signed by Denver because nobody pays big money to a second string back when they're already paying off another guy. So I think if we can target Philip Lindsay and we can get him, say, 3 years, $20 million or some shit, I think that's a good investment. That's me spitballing entirely. I don't know what his rate's going to be. But
I want Najee Harris in the draft. Someone that a running back we could get for 5 years for $9 million total. But Philip Lindsay's an interesting name.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the draft this year to really say anything, but I do think that our primary concern in the first round should
Off
be
season.
cornerback through and through. Yeah.
I don't think any cornerback's going to come in here and be a number one from the get go, but we definitely need a cornerback top 2 rounds, I'd say for sure.
The second name I'm thinking of, this one's a little bit weird. This is also another wide receiver 2 pick. He's been a little bit rusty the last couple of years. He hasn't quite looked as good as he did in, say, 2018. But if we can get T.Y. Hilton in here, I think that would be a solid wide receiver number 2.
Yeah, definitely.
He had a slow start to the year, but he's turned it on in the second half.
Yeah.
He's definitely a guy that, defenses have to account for. So that's an interesting name. Yeah, I put him in the kind of similar Marvin Jones category.
I think
not a number one, but not somebody who's going to get overpaid.
And I think that Ty's skill set kind of complements DeAndre's, because we kind of need a guy who can really put his foot on the gas and just get downfield. And I think Ty's that, and then some. We need somebody with hands, and we need a guy who can get open. I think Ty is that guy. But Jackie, you find anybody that piques your interest, or?
I really thought you were going to say Allen Robinson.
Nah, Allen Robinson's the cream of the crop. He's going to be overpriced.
Probably, but that's who I would say.
Yeah.
Also, given the
he's
the
way the best guy out there for sure.
And given the way the Bears have been playing, unless they just refuse to back up the Brinks for him, he's probably going to stay there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's really a given that he'll be there. But yeah.
Okay.
So
Cup's going to be a free agent too. Cooper Kupp.
I feel like they're going to pay him. They've got to.
Robert Woods doing pretty good though.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Cooper Kupp's interesting. The Rams either target him like 15 times a game or only like 5 times. But he's definitely the number 1A, 1B over there. And with him missing this Sunday's game for sure, that Cardinals have to take advantage of that. I just want to get back to the Cardinals a little bit. Just keep thinking of that. This game coming up, just how massively important it is. Even just for like the young guys. Even Cliff. Cliff has not been good. This last weekend was not good. That 2-minute offense was pretty pathetic. A lot of questionable calls on him, and fans are pretty upset. So I mean, we all could use a win.
Let's talk about that real quick. I've seen some fans talk about the decision to go for it on 4th down on our own side of the field with like 4 minutes left as a bad decision. Do you guys think that was a bad decision?
No, we're in a must-win situation. I mean, we were converting all game, so I don't hate it.
Yeah,
it's just kind of the MO now. We kind of expect it at this point. So I mean, I don't hate it. It's just when it doesn't work out, it really sucks. It's just you give him prime field position, and it just seems like Cliff is kind of going for it a little bit more on our side of the field, which it's a telltale sign that.
But...
Yeah, it's kind of a telltale sign that the coach is, kind of pressing a little bit. It obviously showed he didn't trust our defense. They were moving the ball on us, and that's the biggest thing right there. Is like, if you're an offensive guy and you don't trust your defense, then you might as well just go for it. You trust your quarterback and your play calling more than anything. So, I really, really want to see the defense step up and help carry this Cardinals offense, because this offense is still trying to find itself. D-Hop had 8 catches, but 48 yards. That's just not going to get the job done this Sunday coming up.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can pull this out. But I know my team, and I know that we have lost easier games this season, so I'm not counting my chickens here.
The Rams have a good defense, too. One of the best defenses in the league, so it's not going to be easy scoring points.
Yeah. I've never been so anxious about a game where every single person who matters on the field on the opposite team is a second stringer. It's just, oh shit. Like, saying that out loud makes me realize how stupid it is that we keep losing these games. Oh,
and how
shit.
we're still nervous about going into Sunday, and it's gonna be the most embarrassing loss we'll suffer if we lose.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Especially
Considering the loss that we had Sunday. Yeah, that's hard.
I think if we lose this Sunday, it'll be the most embarrassing loss we've had this season by far.
And then
I think this Sunday was the most embarrassing. Yeah.
Well, no, I think if we lose this Sunday, that will surpass. Because I mean,
we're talking, and that would be an awful way to end the season. Back to back, embarrassing. Like losing to the Niners with their third string quarterback, embarrassing, and then you lose to the Rams with what they're missing, and that just tops it off, and that's how the season ends. I hope that's not how the season ends. So,
yeah. So, do you guys want to get into your predictions for the week, or would you like to? You got anything else to add, or okay, cool.
No, yeah, I think we're pretty.
I'll pull it up. All right, so I'm gonna skip every game that does not matter. So
okay, well, I just want to say, Jackie, I'm sorry you went 6-7 last week. Will went 7-6. I went 8-5, and Bo Bobbles, I did not record your pick'em, so you lost. Sorry, bud.
Sucks.
Bo Bobbles didn't win a single one. Bo Bobbles went full fucking Lions.
Sigh.
He went full take.
And Jackie, your Jets won again. Hello, she picks Cleveland. Come on, girl.
Damn it, Jackie, moron.
All right, so I'm gonna. All right, so let's get started on the picks. First off, Falcons Bucks. Who do y'all have?
Falcons.
I'm going Bucks.
Is this a primetime game?
I'm gonna go Bucks too. No, it's 1 p.m. Yeah, the primetime game this week is the Giants game.
Why?
Who
are they playing?
I mean, that one's. I think that one's the one that decides the NFC East. So, supposedly.
Oh, is that a play-in game too?
I think so. I'm not positive, but who cares?
Anybody want to make bets to see who in the NFC East goes to the playoffs?
After that, we got must-watch television here.
I'm good.
Jets, Pats. Who do y'all have?
Did you pick Tampa, Will?
Let's go Jets.
Yeah, I picked Tampa.
Jets.
You got the Jets?
I'm going Jets as well. Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck it. Clean sweep. Go Jets.
Bo Bobble says Jets too. Pats are definitely winning now.
Jets by 100.
God,
we all picked the Jets. Who would have thought?
How embarrassing would it be if the last thing that Belichick has happened this season is a loss to the fucking Jets?
To Adam Gase, the best coach in the league.
If he beats Belichick, he's keeping his job.
I really
we can only hope.
Even if he loses, I don't see them firing him.
Yeah, I mean, they're still paying off. They're still paying off Bowles' contract. I mean, he did good enough last year that they could just say, "Oh well, this year's just an anomaly" or whatever. I mean,
yeah, they did win 7 games last year. Yeah, I can see that.
Fuck. I am so glad I'm not a Jets fan. Holy shit. But yeah, so after that we got Dolphins Bills. How has this not been flexed to the 4 p.m.? I mean, shit, this is a solid game. Who do y'all have?
Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Buff.
So what's going on with Tua?
Sorry, did I say Bills Dolphins? I said Bills Jets, motherfucker. Bills Dolphins.
Okay. I'm still going Buff.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Fitz magic strikes again. I think that Fitzpatrick is going to. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Bobbles got Bills.
Interesting.
Bills Bobbles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so let's go to the next one. Steelers Browns. This might actually decide who goes to the playoffs in the AFC North. Well, I mean, if the Bills do, it's tricky. I don't remember if that's still going on. Bills, Steelers, or Browns, Steelers. Who do y'all have? I'm really tired.
I got
Browns.
Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna go Cleveland. Fucking Pittsburgh's been on a fucking spiral lately.
Somehow they came back and beat the Colts. That was crazy.
Did you
leave
on the logo?
Leave it to Phillip Rivers to
I don't
blow
know.
a lead.
I think it was home. It was home for Pittsburgh, so
I guess they told him. I guess he said he's gonna stop dancing on logos
after getting his fucking
ass
head
chewed out by Mike
smoked.
Tomlin.
Yeah.
Probably told him that's what that's what good wide receivers do. Motherfucker, act like you've been somewhere and done something.
Right? Not even though. You never see Fitz do some shit like that.
No, but like
to each his own.
You put wide receiver and then
you put a target on your back. Yeah, you put a target on your back. Like, okay, like
at least
those
AD was putting up numbers.
Yeah, those defensive players are human. They see that shit. They're gonna want to go for your head. Like, no joke. People get offended to that. So, yeah, I love seeing them get blown up.
Yep.
But after that, I'm gonna skip any NFC East bouts because I mean I know they count, but like fuck that. Winning records.
Well, yeah. So we're not gonna do the Sunday night game. Okay.
Nope.
Winner get in. Okay.
It's a sham any way you cut it.
Fuck them.
Ravens, Bengals. Technically, this counts.
Baltimore.
There's a very real chance that Baltimore doesn't make the playoffs.
Let's go Bengals.
Oh, Jackie. You know what? Emphatic.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. I'm going to go Bengals too.
Let's go. Cheers to you, Will.
All right.
Bo Bengals, he said.
Bo Bengals, let's go.
Jaguars, Colts.
Bo Bengals.
Jaguars, Colts. Who the fuck gives... fucking Jaguars, Colts. That doesn't matter.
Well, we pick Colts.
Yeah, Colts all across the board.
Okay. What is this Sunday? Who are the Giants playing? Cowboys or Redskins, right? Or,
no, it's
I said it.
Racial slurs.
The Sunday night is Washington versus Philly.
Oh, okay.
But let's see. Titans, Texans, we already know. Saints, Panthers. This is technically up in the air. Saints are probably resting their guys. Panthers probably aren't. Who do y'all have?
I'm gonna go Panthers.
Saints. Okay.
I'm gonna. You know what? I mean, if they're resting all their guys, I'm gonna go Panthers because I mean, they win. They lose all these close games. They've got to win one. You know.
Bo Bobbles goes Carolina as well. Okay.
With Teddy Bridgewater 7 touchdowns.
All right, this one will decide who our opponent is, or who else makes it into the playoffs. It is. I'm high. Packers, Bears. I wish I were high. Who do y'all have?
I wish I was high on pot news. I'm gonna go Packers. Yeah.
Packers. Sorry, any Bears fans who listen to this podcast. Mitch Trubisky, I know you've got a picture of me inside your locker because I'm your favorite podcast host in the world, and I'm sorry I had to let you down here. But
which podcast is that?
I'm just not feeling it. This one, his favorite.
He's a secret listener.
Never knew Mitch to be a Cardinal fan, but okay. Hey, Mitch, what up, though?
He also is a fan of titties.
He loves kissing titties.
Yes.
Bo Bobbles titties.
Bo boobies.
Skip that one. Seahawks, Niners. Who y'all have?
You know, I really want the Niners to win just to make that loss a little less painful.
I picked tie.
Seahawks.
Tie with 0.
Give me a tie.
Seahawks.
You got Bo Bobbles.
He said, "A Bo Boobies."
Will Seattle, Jackie Niners, me Ty. Bo Bobbles took too long. Boom.
Beathard gets hurt and Rosen comes in to save the day. Niners. I love it.
Also, let's fuck it. I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. I'm kind of annoyed that people are talking about this loss as if it's something to be embarrassed about. I mean, it is, obviously, but the fucking Rams lost twice to this Niners team. They're not exactly slouches. All right, Rant.
No. Yeah.
And they lost to the Jets.
Exactly.
Jackie's Jets.
Jackie and the Jets. All right, so skip that. Yeah.
Can we have? Can our wide receivers catch the ball? Dan Arnold, I'm watching the game over right here. In and out of his hands at the 15-yard line for like a 45-yard drop. Christian Kirk drop on first possession. Touchdown turns into 3 points. Like, it's just, hold on to the friggin' ball. We haven't really had that issue really much this year. We've been pretty good with that. But Christian Kirk's having how many drops over the last few weeks now? Like,
I don't even.
Critical, too. The New England touchdown drop. Like, it just can't happen. That's why I think a number 2 receiver this offseason is a huge priority because he's just not it. He's a number 3 in the NFL, I think. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he is very clearly our Steve Bruston.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that.
That's the name you haven't heard in forever.
Right.
Shit.
Wonder what that guy's doing.
Listen to the pod. What up, Steve?
He's our biggest fan. I love how
behind Mitch.
I love how we have maybe 20 listeners an episode, and they're all famous people.
They really are.
And they're all related to Jackie. They're all Jackie's family.
Yep. All 95 my cousins.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey, Joni. Her name's Joni, right? She won it last week. Joni and what was her boyfriend's name?
Ralph.
Raymond?
That's her husband.
Ralph. Oh, that's right. What up, Ralph? Hey, thank you guys for everyone who listened last week. Thank you guys. I know it wasn't the sharpest show. That was our first live podcast, so we appreciate you guys tuning in.
And we're hoping we can do that again sometime. I just got a new job, so I can't guarantee it'll happen soon. But I would like to do it again.
Hit up your boy for free Papa John's. I want my free Papa John's.
You will do no such thing. I can't do that.
this
you can't send it to Arizona?
Papa John's. Better pizza.
I think I can. I don't think it'd be good if I got it to you like that.
Yeah, probably not. With Jackie driving to be here in a day and a half from the East Coast, so it'd still be hot, maybe.
Maybe.
About to jump in your Papa John's delivery car, send it a whip yourself.
For a no tip.
Nope.
She better fuck.
Tip me in pizza.
All right, so y'all want to get into our weekly game?
Let's do it.
Do we
All of this leads to your Arizona Cardinals versus the Hollywood, the no good, we should really beat them. This Goffless Los Angeles Rams. Who do you all have?
The Cardinals. Gotta pick AZ. Haven't picked against them yet. Yep.
Jackie, who do you have?
I said Cardinals.
Will's thinking about this one. You know Will wants to pick Rams. Look at him. Breathing hard. He doesn't know.
I know.
He doesn't know.
I know my answer. I know my answer. And y'all aren't going to like it.
We know your answer, too.
Traitor.
Fuck you. I think that all of this seems a little too perfect. And I think the Rams are going to have some fucking miracle game plan that's perfectly built to beat us. I think the Rams beat us this week.
And we missed
the to the surprise of nobody, what's your score?
17-10.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right. What's your score, Jackie?
17-14. Cardinals.
Oh. But Bobbles picks 38-28. Okay.
He's really trying to flip that around again.
I'm going 21 Cardinals, 17 Rams.
All right. So what are your keys to the game? What do the Cardinals need to do in order to stop this Rams team, in your opinion?
I'm not too concerned about stopping their offense. So I just feel like
getting pressure on their offense and creating turnovers is one.
Yeah.
Limit the false starts. How about that one? Jesus Christ. How many false starts do we have?
We had like 4 for, I think 4 for Mason Cole alone. Fuck Mason Cole. We need to
1 or 2 might have been. Yeah.
Mason Cole needs to be gone. I never want to see him in a Cardinals uniform again.
And on that note,
out of town.
They said that Cliff Kingsbury said there will not be a change at center with Lamont Gilliard since Lamont's healthy now. That's Mason Cole's job still.
I will fucking...
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because Lamont did really well when he filled in this year. So it just makes you wonder what are they seeing in Cole, because he's been getting destroyed, and you throw him against Aaron Donald now. It'll be an ugly game. That's one thing that we're gonna have to do is keep Kyler clean. Don't let him get hit. That's another key to the game. Let him stand back there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once he starts getting hit, he starts to shut down.
Especially early. Yeah, they try to, and I think even Cliff kind of designs plays quickly to get it out of his hands. And, once a couple things go awry early in the game, it kind of seems like that carries on throughout the game. And I just want to say that I'm glad DeAndre Hopkins is healthy. That kind of looked, you got the wind knocked out of him, it looked like, before half. And I know we were all just holding our breath right there. And he didn't have the vintage D-Hop game. He only had that 48 yards on the 8 catches. But we're gonna need him. We're gonna need him to get over 100 yards coming up, or at least find the end zone once or twice, no doubt.
We're gonna need to get him the ball and for him to have a huge game. That's the only way we win.
And none of this dink and dunk bullshit, man. We resorted back. It felt like to dinking and dunking. I think Fitz had like 6 catches, or what was it, 5 catches for like 25 yards or something. It's like, just expand the field a little bit more, because when we do that, we're a really tough offense when we're kind of taking some shots over the middle of the field and 10, 15 yards. Yeah, just seems like we just get away from it. And just how many screenplays did we see? Like, the shit's not working. I saw a stat that we're like 5th in the league in screenplays and 32nd in yards per screen or something like that, which is not good.
We need to abandon the screens, and at this point, our run game is kind of obsolete. So we just kind of need to get away from that.
And let's be frank here. The only person who is really fit to do a screen on this offense has been a healthy scratch for the last several weeks. If you're not doing it to Isabella, then why are you doing a screen?
Yeah, why are you doing it to a 37-year-old Larry, 38-year-old like Larry Fitzgerald?
It doesn't make any sense. It just
can't get to the outside.
Yeah, sure, Larry's gonna fall forward, but fuck, how many 2-3 yard screenplays can you do before you realize? And I know it's an extension of the run game, and I like to think maybe if we have a better rushing attack next year,
we can do that, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're doing 4 or 5, someone made a good point. Like, when you're doing 4 or 5 screens a game, a screenplay isn't going to fool anybody. On that third down play, where people do get fooled by screenplays. Nobody's getting fooled on screenplays with us. They're anticipating it at least once a possession. It seems like we might not do it once a possession, but damn well believe that the defense is definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, these teams see our tapes. They know what the fuck we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're all seeing it. They're seeing it.
Just like how the run game got dismantled mid-season.
Yeah.
So
So, what's your prediction for the week? What happens?
What's like the one big, what was it?
Our hot take.
Our hot take. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the sake of Bo Bobbles, I'm gonna say a Keyshawn Johnson touchdown. I said it against the Eagles. I didn't get it, but he had that really nice catch. I did see that, even though I was driving. I promise I'm a safer driver, but I did see that catch.
That was nice. I'm going 4 turnovers by the defense.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Mama never said I was smart.
Well, if you're not smart, then I'm even more stupid. I'm gonna go real high here. Kenyan Drake breaks that 1,000-yard mark.
Okay, I like it. That's more than his.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, and then I can't wait for all the fans to see he has 1,002 yards on the year, 300 carries. But yeah, I'll give you that. KD 1K. We'll do that. Well, Bobbles, what's yours? Hassan Reddick takes and keeps the lead in sacks. Damn, I think TJ Watt's leading at 15, so he needs at least 2.5. Okay, I like it. That is a hot take.
God, how crazy would that be that he has to permanently go down to the record books as the guy who had the most sacks in the season? That would be so funny.
And then he just gets a fucking massive payday from us.
Oh my! We better not.
I mean, at that point, you definitely have to freaking
we deal out
franchise or yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it right now because we still have a lot of holes that need to be filled. Particularly, I think cornerback is definitely one. Wide receiver 2. Could always strengthen the interior offensive line. Can't have too many of those guys. So, and then Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks hasn't been the same guy this year as he was last year. I don't think he looks a little more slow-footed. But he does lead the team in tackles with 107, which he should do for a middle linebacker. So, but he just doesn't. He doesn't make plays on the ball at all. It's very frustrating seeing him.
He did have a very
step or two behind. Yeah, he just definitely seemed a step slow this year.
And he was one of our big gets, quote unquote, in the off season 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really liked him last year.
Yeah, he was best defensive player next to Buddha.
Yeah. Whew. But shit, do y'all have anything more to add?
No, if we get a win next week, I promise we'll be more entertaining, more energetic.
Yeah, I apologize for this being somewhat of a slog.
Yeah.
But this is the best way I can express how I felt watching that game.
Our energy now is exactly what the energy we had in that game.
Oh yeah. I know we all have personal things going on,
We're
for each
tired,
whatever.
we got shit going on.
Yeah, we all are going through everything. So this week we definitely would definitely love nothing more than a Cardinals win and a Cardinals playoff berth. I would love to get drunk for a playoff game with the Cardinals in it. That'd be my ideal.
That's all I want. That's my New Year's resolution for 2021 to be drunk.
Do it. Yeah, Happy New Year's, everyone. Yep. Yeah, recording the night before New Year's Eve. Yep. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Hope you guys all did too.
But shit, I feel like I wish I could say more to close this out, but I don't really got anything else to say. I'm fucking.
Yeah, no, we're good.
So
yeah.
This has been the Redbird Redzone. My name is Will. You can find me on Twitter at LiveOnThatSwing.
Yo, my name is Mac. You can find my horrible tweets at AZ Sports Fiend. That's FIEN.
And I'm Jackie. You can find me on Twitter at JSanDiego. That is 2 O's.
This has been the Redbird Redzone, and we are out.
And we're out.
Peace.
Us and them, over and over.